Well, hello everyone. Thank you very much for being here, both online and in person. I'm Luis Vicente, and my dissertation was about Spanish maps of the Philippines in the 18th century and how these were subjectively designed in order to respond to Spanish colonial aims in the archipelago. As I looked at dozens of maps of the Philippines, mostly made for the naval expedition led by Alessandro Malaspina, which spent 7 months in the islands between March and December 1792, the one you see now was one that stuck with me. It's entitled Mapa de la Isla de Luzon y Islas Adyacentes, or Map of the Island of Luzon and Adjacent Islands. And it was one of the few that appeared to have been drawn whilst in the Philippines. But what really caught my eye was the paw prints going across it from what I assume is a bird that I have not yet identified. Part of me thought it was funny that this bird decided to step on what was the result of countless hours of calculated work, disregarding any design intentions assigned to the object. Yet, the bird left their mark upon the work in a way that most of those actively participating in it didn't. This led me to a specific question. Who can be considered the designer of these maps? The easy answer would be to say whoever drew and engraved them, mostly José Cardano, Clemente Noguera, and Juan Morata in Cadiz, but as all things maps, the answer is not easy. These drawers didn't actually go to the Philippines for the most part. The information they were using to create the maps was collected thousands of kilometers away by people who might not even interacted with them. Some, like Felipe Bauza, who was in the Philippines in 1792, was actively participating in the making of the finished maps back in Cadiz, but others, such as Alessandro Malaspina himself, had no direct contact with the making of these maps, despite their actions being intrinsically present in the design of them. Are they any less designers? This line of thinking just leads to more questions, to be honest. The actions and decisions of the pilots and sailors who were steering and manning the surveying ships, adjusting their course in a way that changed where the sounding of the depth was being done, also impacted the final maps. And local Bicolano and Visayan people, whose help and guidance was requested by Spanish colonial authorities, also left their mark in the maps, in the channels and routes they chose to share with the Spanish agents, and in the absence of the channels and routes they chose not to share. Who's a designer then? Are they all designers? How broad should our definition of designer be? I'm not sure what the right answer is. I don't think there is a right answer, nor that there need to be, but I do think questioning like this showcases how maps can make for a very interesting object of study in design history. Rather than accurate representations, maps are highly designed objects, and the choices and observations of many people play an important part in their design. Thank you very much.